everybody. Darrell Owens, LegacyMaker Sports Network, and welcome to another edition of the LegacyMaker Sports News Update. It is October the 18th, 2020, and today we will be bringing you highlights from the Washington football team taking on the New York football Giants. Also, we'll bring you highlights of the Virginia Cavaliers traveling to Wake Forest to take on the Demon Deacons. And of course, our game of the day, we will bring you the Green Bay Packers taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, of course, those who follow the network know that I'm a hardcore Green Bay Packer fan outside of this, and my co-host on the podcast, Jeremiah Quimby, is a huge Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. Now, we have a bet placed on today's game, but we'll let you guys know about that later on in the week. So we have two of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, going at it. Let's take you to Tampa to check out the highlights.
We take you late into the first quarter, and the Packers are up 3-0. Rodgers finds Shepard and gets him inside of the 10, and then the Packers are starting to cook. Rodgers, then stepping back to pass, decides to take it in himself. It dives in. He looks like he gets in, but then they would eventually say he was a yard short. And if you go back and take a look, his knee hits right before on the slow motion, and they're going to say he's a yard down. But what everybody missed out on was the amazing Key and Peele celebration with the Hingle McCringleberry, but that's besides the point. Aaron Jones would eventually get in for Green Bay, but that would be the last real highlight for this Packers team the rest of the day. Rodgers going back to pass up 10-0, and Jamel Dean with the interception will take it to the house for the pick six, the first time in 156 attempts that Aaron Rodgers has been intercepted. And then just like that, Tampa Bay is down 10-7. But in a rare thing that you see from Aaron Rodgers, Rodgers goes back, the ball is tipped and is intercepted by Mike Edwards. And now Tampa Bay is taking it inside of the 5. And just like that, the tides have turned in this contest, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are looking phenomenal. Tom Brady hands it off to Ronald Jones, who will take it in for the first of 2 touchdowns, and Tampa Bay takes the lead 14-10. Later in the second, 14-10, Brady steps up in the pocket, looks, and then he finds a wide open Tyler Johnson. The Minnesota product takes it in for the touchdown, and it's going to be a 21-10 contest. Now 21-10, Buccaneers still cruising. Brady finds Rob Gronkowski, for the first time in 2 years in the end zone. And just like that, this game is officially a blowout. The Packers' last array of hope would come in the third quarter as Brady would go back to pass looking deep. It was 3rd and 12, and then a pass interference call on Joshua Jackson would set the Buccaneers up at the 1 yard line, and then give it to Ronald Jones for touchdown number 2. And that would be it. This Tampa Bay team would go on to win this one 38-10. Tom Brady 17 for 27, 166 yards and 2 passing touchdowns. Aaron Rodgers 16 for 35, 160 yards and 2 interceptions. It was a rough day for Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers, but Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers get a much-needed bounce-back victory in this one after losing to Chicago last week. What a game it was for Tampa Bay as Tom Brady and the Buccaneers moved to 4-2. The Packers are now 4-1.
Now we take you to MetLife Stadium as the Washington football team took on the New York football Giants. This battle was between two teams that have struggled for the majority of this season, but who hasn't struggled in the NFC East? Somehow, someway, the Dallas Cowboys are holding on to a lead in the division with a 2-3 record. Washington 1-4, the Eagles 1-3-1, and then of course the Giants 0-5. The Giants almost beat Dallas last week, but just could not pull it off, losing a tough one 37-34. The Washington football team have struggled the last couple of weeks, losing their last 3 games, but after beating Philadelphia. So they kind of have a small advantage with being the only team besides Dallas that has won a division matchup. Who would win this game in New Jersey? Let's take you to MetLife.
We take you late in the first quarter to score 3-0 Giants. Danny Dimes finding Darius Slayton in the corner of the end zone to make this a 10-0 Giants game. Now, after a Washington field goal, midway through the second here, and then whoa, everybody and the cameraman gets full as Daniel Jones takes off to the races and picks up a big gain that would give the Giants a 13-3 lead after a field goal. Now Kyle Allen trying to make things happen, finding Logan Thomas. Great footwork on that play there by Logan Thomas to give Washington the touchdown. It's a 13-10 game. Now 13-10 late in the third. Danny Jones under pressure, and then none other than Kendall Fuller picks it off and gives Washington some life and a chance to stop some of the bleeding. 13-13 with 3 minutes and 41 seconds. Washington having an opportunity, and the ball is loose as Kyle Allen gets the ball knocked away, and Tay Crowder will take it to the house. Mr. Irrelevant takes it in, and now the Giants have a 20-13 lead after the extra point. But Washington's not done yet. 2 minutes and 47 seconds left in the contest. Allen looking back to pass, looks across the middle, and he finds his receiver. That's McLaren with the reception. Then Allen still trying to put in some work here. Looks again, this time he finds J.D. McKissick, who goes across the middle and picks up some nice yardage. 13-20, 43 seconds left. Allen looks into the end zone. Touchdown, Cam Sims. And just like that, this is a 20-19 game. But surprisingly, Washington decides we're going to go for the 2-point conversion and the win. So with 36 seconds left, Allen looks like he was going to run it in, takes a step back, throws it late, bad pass, and just like that, the Washington football team will lose this one 20-19 to the New York Football Giants. Daniel Jones, 12 for 19, 112 yards passing. Not a great day. 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 7 carries for 74 yards. Continues to lead this team in rushing. Kyle Allen went 31 for 42, 280 yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception. Washington falls to 1-5 on the season, and the Giants improve their record to 1-5 on the season. Now we'll take you to the post game where Kyle Allen talks about that last opportunity at the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, so it looked like they might have gone cover 0 at the snap. They bluffed out, kind of looked around, didn't have much, and we had good protection, so I wanted to get out and try and make a play and flush to the left. And they just stuck on their guys good. I thought I might have a shot to run it in, but I think it was Darrell. It took a good angle and ran me down. So it's tough, man. You want to give our guys a chance to make a play on that play. But I'm glad we went forward on 2. That's our mentality, but wish we would have got it.
Now we give you the Virginia Cavaliers taking on the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. This game was a very competitive game throughout. But then one team would fall or no. Let's take you to the Virginia Cavaliers taking on the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. This was actually a pretty interesting game throughout. But in the end, one team would pull away late. Let's take you down to Wake Forest University to find out who would get the W.
Early in the first quarter, Wake Forest has the football. Sam Hartman bounces to the outside and finds A.T. Perry for a 40-yard touchdown to give Wake Forest a 7-0 lead. Now, Wake Forest, just a couple minutes later, working on the Wildcat, has another opportunity to score, and Kenneth Walker III puts it in for the first of 3. Now, UVA has the football down 14-3, and Ira Armstead, the freshman, gets it in for the touchdown to make this a 14-10 Wake Forest game. Now we take you to late in the second quarter. UVA has a chance here to make it a little bit closer, even tie this bad boy up as Wayne Telapapa takes it in for the touchdown. This is a 20-20 game. Then Kenneth Walker III breaks loose up the sideline for Wake Forest, giving them the touchdown. That's his second of the day, and Wake Forest has the lead. Then to finish this one off, Kenneth Walker, just a phenomenal day for Kenneth Walker as he gets his 3rd touchdown. Wake Forest will win this one 40-23. Kenneth Walker III, 23 carries for 128 yards and 3 rushing touchdowns. Wayne Telapapa had 10 carries of 68 yards and 1 rushing touchdown for UVA. Now we hear from UVA's Nick Jackson and Nick Grant as they talk about how they can bounce back from this week's game.
How do you guys bounce back heading into next week?
Starts with practice. We got to come out Monday with a great practice, set the tone for the week, and then just got to build on that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Got to win the week all the way up to Saturday.
We had a lot better energy, a lot better focus this week. We just have to match that with our execution and give us the best chance to win each game.
All right, that is it for this edition of the Legacy Maker Sports News Update. I am Darrell Owens. Thank you all for tuning in. We will be bringing you some more highlights next week, including the Washington football team taking on the Dallas Cowboys. So, thank you all once again, and until next time, I'm Darrell Owens.